Story short number 46. Morgan woke up feeling terrible. She wasn't sure if it was all the tequila she'd had the night before or if she was coming down with the flu, but it was bad. Her head was pounding and she felt ice cold all over. She was thirsty, like really thirsty. Like I could drink a liter of water and still be thirsty. She stumbled into the bathroom and turned on the sink faucet. Bending over to drink from it, she thought her brain would explode from the headache. But the need for water eclipsed the desire to avoid pain. She drank and drank. As soon as she stood up, she felt her stomach clench. OMG, I'm gonna be sick, she said, before barely making it to the toilet before every drop of water came back up. What did I do last night? Stumbling back to bed, Morgan mentally thanked her mom for buying her blackout curtains last Christmas. At the time, she hadn't appreciated them, but right now, she'd never been so grateful for any gift in her entire life. She was sure if she had to look at any daylight right now, her brain would explode. She remembered bits and pieces of the night: going out with her girlfriends, dancing with a cute guy at the bar, making out in the backseat of an Uber, but she couldn't remember the rest. It worried her. I hope I didn't do anything stupid, she thought. And she was still thirsty. It was horrible. She'd never been so thirsty. Making her way into the kitchen, Morgan opened the fridge. Orange juice? No, it sounded awful. Sprite? Yuck, also awful. Water? Definitely out after the bathroom. That's when she saw the package of hamburger her roommate had bought to cook for dinner later in the week. Blood had pooled in the package, gooey and red, and it looked amazing. It looked delicious. Morgan didn't think. She ripped open the package with her teeth and drank. It was good, but it wasn't nearly enough. She wanted more. That was weird, she said, and gross, but I feel a lot better. She needed a shower. That would help. In the bathroom, she turned on the water, making it as hot as possible. The room filled with steam, and Morgan stood under the water for a long time. She was just so cold. Maybe it was the flu. She couldn't seem to get warm. Normally, the hot water would turn her skin bright pink. Today, it stayed pale and white no matter how high she turned up the temperature. As she stood under the water, more memories of the night before came back to her. She'd hooked up with the guy from the bar. It wasn't something she'd normally do, but he was just so charming. She remembered that he'd been rough with her, biting her wrist, her shoulder, and her neck. Still, it hadn't stopped her. She blamed the tequila. She saw a bite mark on her wrist, then reached up to feel her neck. She could feel a bite mark there, too. She was going to need an STD test ASAP. What if the guy had hepatitis or something? What had she been thinking?